Right, great. Okay, really good. Glad we did this. FaceTime is awesome. I'll be right with you. I just got to type something in here. Hang on. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I said I'd be right with you. Ah! Hi. Dr. John here with another edition of A Better You in a minute or two. And in today's episode, we're going to continue on the theme that we've established over the last several episodes, and that is talking about phenomenon that I see all the time with my clients and workshop students that prevents them from living rule number one. We talked about feeling that you're a victim in life rather than being at cause or being responsible for creating your own reality. We talked about fears, particularly fear of failure. We talked about perfectionism, which is rampant, which is impossible to do. And today, as you probably gather, we're going to talk about another thing that I see over and over and over again, a phenomenon that our society somehow, and I think technology is involved, has embraced, and that is the concept of multitasking, doing many things at once in the pursuit, I suppose, of being more efficient. But the interesting thing is that there really is no such thing as multitasking. There is what's called serial tasking, which is what you just saw me trying to do, going from one thing to another thing to another thing, not doing any of them particularly well. But there is no such thing as multitasking, and there's a very, very good reason for it. From an evolutionary perspective, the human brain, that marvelous, miraculous computer that our mind uses to get us through this incredible experience called life, our brains are designed by nature to do one thing at a time. Think about it. Think about our ancestors out hunting and gathering 100,000 years ago. So there they are out hunting the woolly mammoth or the saber-toothed tiger, and they're in the woods texting and talking and not really paying much attention. Well, chances are, if that's the way they had gone about doing their business, they would have become somebody's lunch instead of procuring it. Hard word to say. And the truth of the matter is, our brains have not evolved very much from those days. And so, technology or not, we are really designed to do one thing at a time. In fact, your efficiency when you try to multitask goes down by at least 40%. And there are so many studies, you can just look it up on the web, that say over and over again, it doesn't work, it's inefficient, and of course, it's extremely stressful. So do yourself a favor. Do one thing at a time, do it really well, and I promise you'll feel better. It'll take you a long way toward living rule number one. Now, there has been a common theme in all the subjects we've covered. Fears of failures, perfectionism, multitasking, feeling like you're at effect, that life is happening to you, that you're not creating your own reality or taking responsibility for it. And the common theme there is that all of this is very stressful. I've had a lot of emails over the last couple of weeks asking me, well, what do you really deal with on a daily basis? And I can tell you that 90 to 95% of my caseload today deals with chronic stress and its bigger, meaner, uglier cousin, anxiety. So in future episodes, we're going to start talking specifically about what stress is, where it comes from, how we as a society have become not only chronically stressed, but anxious. And I'm going to also offer some very practical, easy tips and methodologies to help you live stresslessly. Until then, I hope you'll stay tuned, keep those emails coming. Oh, and by the way, you may have noticed I released this video a day early, and that's because today is election day. And I voted, and I hope you did too. The polls are still open nationwide. And you know, this incredible thing called democracy only works if the people that are part of it do one thing. They only ask you to do one thing: vote. So please do that. And remember, it's all about a better you.